to be honest, this is a very tough question for me. And I don't really have an answer because Alessa Grande for me is so much and I can't really describe it so well, I think, but I tried. Alessa Grande is for me a space where I can create totally free and without any limitations. And Alessa Grande is allowing me to just be myself and to be confident with myself and yeah, to just be and to love myself. I would also say that Alessa Grande is an artist and she loves to experience everything. Like, she really wants to experience so much. I mean, really so much. Maybe I can tell you more about later. But I think that's it. My dad inspired me a lot and I borrowed the camera of him when I went to a trip to Chicago back in 2012, and it was a journey with a friend of mine and we explored the city and I enjoyed taking pictures so much. Like, I think it was the first encounter with a nice camera like this, and I explored the city through the camera and I photographed everything, and these were really nice pictures. And I think from that moment on it was love at first sight, and I always had to take my camera to my trips and take a lot of pictures. It's easy because photography is my biggest passion, and so I just love everything about it. The most important thing for me is, I think, that I can interact with other human beings and observing them and seeing and exploring how they are. I think this is the most interesting thing for me. In general, the human being. For me, it was never important to create the perfect shot, because the most important thing for me is the moment, and I think I'm so curious about human beings, and when I shoot with my models or with my muses, I just want to observe them, and yeah, it's just the most interesting thing for me to see them flow and to see me and my models interact with each other. When someone is in front of my camera, I don't want them to be staged. I want them to be free, and I want to see that in the picture. And that is why I don't have to take the perfect shot of them. Or I can say it differently, because for me this is the perfect shot then. The perfect shot is for me when it's an authentic, pure and raw picture. I mean, black and white is just so beautiful. Don't you agree? I think it's so pure and so reduced, and I just think it's so aesthetic, and that is why I do a lot of black and white photos. But sometimes I also like a little bit color, and I was really falling for the color red. I really like it. You know, as an artist, for me it was very important to explore and experience many perspectives, and so I thought, why not trying to be also in front of the camera, then I know how my models feel. And yeah, so I started doing this. But I have to say that I enjoy being behind the camera more, because then I can observe more and I'm not in the spotlight, and I don't have to be in the spotlight all the time. I really like to take a step back and yeah, to photograph my models. And I realized that I have more control, or I think that's why I don't like it that much, when someone is taking pictures of me. I don't really have control over it, and that is what I don't like. You know, this was at the time when I spent, I think, the most time alone in my whole life. It was in March 2020, and there was no possibility to photograph other people, so I started to photograph myself naked. And it was a very interesting experience for me, because it was the first time when I really showed myself fully naked. Like, I don't mean only my body was naked, but also my soul was naked, and I showed everything from me, and I was really scared about it first when I put the pictures out, and I learned a lot of it. I think I learned that I accept myself, that I also love myself, and I wanted other people to feel this too, like that they can accept themselves and that they also love themselves like how they are, because we are all perfectly shaped, I think, and perfectly created. We are perfect creatures, even if the society says something else. Since I was a little child, I always had this idea of pushing and raising each other, and I'm a woman, so I can identify myself a lot with other women, and I wanted to create a shooting where there's no competitors and where women love each other and are there for each other and support each other. And the message behind this shoot is that why don't we support each other more? I mean, if we all support each other, the world would be so much better. And yeah, it's really a big thing for me, because isn't it beautiful when you see other people rise and shine? I think it's one of the most beautiful things in the world, and I really want to support this, and I really like when other people are successful, and I want to see this. I don't want to put someone down, I want to push people, and yeah, that's a big thing for me. I found the location through a friend of mine. She's living in Vienna and she shooted there several times, and when I first saw a picture of this location, I was like, wow, I really need to go there. It's so pure and full of nature, and I just thought I have to go there. And so she joined me, and it's also interesting because I also took photos of her there with another friend of her, and yeah, that's how I find the location. And generally speaking, I really love natural locations and locations that are interesting in a modern architecture way, or special locations. I'm always searching for extraordinary locations. Like this place here. I really like this place, and it's freaking cold right now, but I really like it, and it's all worth it to be in such a beautiful place like this. Last year I had a big project, and it's called Vulva and Phallus. As you know the name, you can imagine what pictures I took. I photographed vaginas and penises, and I did detail shots. And you may ask yourself why I did this, but I wanted to do this for a very long time because I like the energy of a vagina and a penis, because I think it's a very strong energy. And for me, the vagina stands for the female energy, and the penis stands for the male energy. And I just wanted to show this strong power on a picture or on more pictures. And I also wanted to open the communication for this interesting topic, and I think it's still a taboo topic, a topic that is not talked about so much. And I really have to say it was so interesting with all my participants, and the outcome is really amazing, and I can't wait to show the world my vagina and penis pictures. I think that it's shocking that even someone can think that this is shocking, because I think it's the most normal thing in the world. I mean, we all have vaginas or penises, and why not take pictures of it? Why not talk about it? I mean, through the interaction of these, we are all created. And yeah, I just wanted to say to you that it's absolutely normal, and that is what I would say to the critics. That's another hard one. The first question was a really tough one, and now the last one is also very tough. It's tough for me because I have a lot of things to say about the relationship with photography. And if I really have to cut it down, I would say that we are great supporters of each other.